(2018) Ford Mustang GT Review. It's still a Mustang. With the exception of the bastardized Pinto that became the Mustang II, Ford's pony car hasn't strayed from the original blend of herbs and spices that made it a hit in 1965. Now we're getting into the meat of the 21st century, and the 2018 Ford Mustang continues to offer a V8, rear-wheel drive, 2 doors, and a manual transmission. It still looks the business too, even though the 2018 may look a little beady-eyed. There's nothing beady about what's under the hood. A 0.8mm larger bore, a result of the switch from cylinder liners to a spray-in coating, raises displacement from 4,970cc to 5,030cc. Don't worry, you'll still be rolling in a 5.0. On top of the block are new cylinder heads with port and direct injection. The new heads raised the compression ratio from 11 to 1 to 12 to 1 and 2 additional NOx sensors, 3 total, more closely managed detonation. Power rises from 420 horsepower to 460, 5 more than the Camaro's 6.2-liter V8. Torque goes from 400 pound-feet to 420, 40 fewer than the Camaro. The redline is up 500 revolutions per minute to 7,500. At the bottom end, the oil pan is now plastic, which saves 4.9 pounds. Next to the GT350's flat-plane 5.2-liter V8, the GT's cross-plane 5.0 is an altogether mellower engine. From idle to redline there's never any harshness, just the familiar rumbles and murmurs of a traditional V8. And new active exhaust system is optional, $895, and has 4 settings to tailor its personality to your mood. In quiet mode the exhaust still belts out the hits, but from behind the wheel you hear the engine up front more so than behind. Each successive step from normal to sport to track twists the volume knob and makes the 5.0 more obnoxious or delightful depending on your point of view. Ford has even put in a quiet start feature that keeps the engine from waking the neighborhood when you fire up your Mustang up at 6 a.m. A new 10-speed automatic replaces last year's 6-speed. Shifts are quick and the box is remarkably astute when put into sport mode. Paddle shifters on the wheel give the driver ultimate control, but the auto is smart enough to downshift and give you the correct gear for corner entry and exit. That said, more than half of GT customers go for the 6-speed manual. We'd do the same, even if the automatic proves to be quicker to 60 miles per hour. We'd also go for the $3,995 performance package that adds staggered Michelin Pilot Sport 4S summer rubber on 19-inch wheels, a limited slip differential, 6-piston front calipers, up from 4-piston, additional bracing in the front end, and a different chassis setup to complement the sticky Michelin. Magnetorheological shocks, $1,695, become available with the performance package. In front the magnetic shocks are an inverted strut to increase stiffness. All of the GTs we tested were equipped with the MagneRide shocks, which have 4 settings: normal, sport, track, and drag. Normal through track up the damping forces and sensitivity to wheel motion. Drag mode softens the rear shocks relative to the fronts to allow the car to transfer its weight more effectively on a launch. The body-tossing grip from the new Michelins makes us wish Ford made the $1,595 Recruit standard with the performance package. The electric power steering system lacks the directness and turn and eagerness of the GT350 setup, but the GT is edging closer. Body motions are tightly controlled and the brakes have a firm and responsive pedal. In March, Ford will offer a Level 2 performance package that sets its sights beyond the Camaro SS1. Level 2 will give the GT an even more aggressive chassis tune with 305/30R19 Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 from the GT350R. On the other end of the Mustang spectrum, the V6 is dead, which leaves the turbocharged 2.3-liter 4-cylinder as the only other engine option. Output remains 310 horsepower, but torque is up to 350 pound-feet on overboost and available in 20-second bursts. A 6-speed manual is standard and the 10-speed automatic is optional. The Turbo 4 provides good power, but it's a tough sell after driving the V8. You can also get it with a $2,495 performance package that bundles the base GT's 4-piston calipers with Pirelli P0 summer tires and a retuned suspension. A newly available 12-inch digital instrument cluster is the major news inside. Configurable in 3 ways, the display looks great, but it's only available on the top-spec premium model. Even though the Mustang handily outsells the Camaro, Ford chassis alterations show that the Camaro's handling and track prowess hasn't gone unnoticed in Dearborn. The 18 model inches closer to its GT 350 brother in power, handling, and price. With the performance package, magnetorheological shocks, active exhaust, and Recaro seats, a Mustang GT Coupe will push $50,000 or nearly double the $26,485 price of a base Mustang. Avoiding the premium trim level makes a GT with all the handling goodies cost less than $45,000. It's not a coincidence that price lines up with the $44,995 price of the Camaro SS1. Thank you very much for listening. A like is always appreciated. And remember to subscribe for more latest car videos.